What's up, guys? All right, I'm doing a little back-to-back filming, so if you see me wearing this this jacket, I don't just wear it all the time. I'm just filming back-to-back here a little bit, okay? So I wanted to tell you guys a story about my Tacoma and give you kind of a little bit of like how I kind of had some goals and a plan for buying my truck and paying it off. Before I do that, I do want to say, like, I don't want this to come off like I think I'm like way up here or you know, proud or something like that. I just want to share with you because I like watching stuff like that, you know, hearing about people's kind of plans and goals and how they accomplish something, you know. Maybe it'll give somebody some hope, maybe it'll help somebody out. All right, but my truck was not brand new. I bought it used, okay? So I bought it in 2020, February of 2020, and it's a 17 model, so it was already almost 3 years old, okay? It was a trade-in at the dealership I work at. All right, so let me say this before I even get into that. There's nothing wrong with buying a new vehicle. If you want to buy a new truck or you want to buy a new car, or you have the means to do so, it's not a bad thing necessarily. There's nothing wrong with that. I was just at a certain price point of where I wanted to be, okay? You know, I was trying to not have too much vehicle debt and all that good stuff. But, you know, do whatever works for you, okay? There's nothing wrong with buying new. In some situations with Tacomas, because they hold the resale value really well, sometimes you're better off buying a new one. Like the used car market spiked last year. It was crazy. It was hard to get a new one or a used one for that matter. But some of the used ones were just so high and you know, we're selling so high. Even like the NADA value were just like they bumped up a little bit too, right? They were so high. I mean, you weren't too much more for a brand new one, right? But this was a case where I got it, you know, quite a bit cheaper than what I could get a new one for. So I felt like that was the best option for me, okay? So if you want to buy new, no problem. If you want to buy used, you know, do you, okay? Do what works for you. But that's just what worked for me. But anyway, it had been bought at my dealership brand new and traded in. It had been bought again at my dealership and traded in. So there's nothing wrong with it. Just, it was actually one salesman too. He had like known both of the guys that had bought it each time, and they bought it, said, hey, I want a Tundra, bought a Tundra. Personally, I like the size of the Tacoma. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm a big guy, but I'm not huge. So, I mean, you know, I fit fine in here. My wife is tiny. She's got plenty of room. I like the Tacoma, right? But anyway, so I bought it used. It got traded in. I mean, it's not one that like they just got in it at an absolute steal, but they got in it, you know, just at a good fair price. And I felt like it was a better price point than some other used ones I had looked at, you know, that sort of thing. You know, working at the dealership, I did get a little better deal, you know. I got it for pretty close to what they got in it, you know. So with that, plus I had a little equity in my trade, plus I put a little money down, I came out quite a bit under book value on the truck, okay? I think, you know, loan value was like around 31, and I was a little under 27 before I put money down and stuff, right? So I don't want to give like, divulge any, you know, too many figures, but you know, that's kind of rough. That's about where I was at. So it's a 17 TRD off-road. It's got the advanced tech package, so you get JBL speakers, blind spot monitors, the no lane departure or anything on a 17, but it's got like the you know, the backup sensors and stuff, and that gives you the color match bumpers, which I think looks, you know, quite a bit better than the chrome personally, okay? But so pretty well equipped truck. Heated cloth seats, you know, nav, all that good stuff. So pretty well equipped. Pretty nice truck, you know, for the money I got in it. I was pretty happy. Had about 50,000 miles or so on it, you know. But my plan was, okay, I'm buying this thing. I took out a term, you know, pretty good term loan, but my goal was to pay it off quickly. So bought it in February and I paid it off by December, okay? So I don't have any, you know, like magic secret or any like, you know, pro tip on how you can pay a car off in a year, nothing like that. I just want to tell you what I did, okay? Because like I said, I just like hearing how people do stuff like that. I thought that might be interesting to you guys. Again, okay, some people may be struggling. You may say, okay, I can't do that. Okay, I'm not rich, all right, or anything like that. I was just really strict on myself for like that year, okay? So what I did though, like I said, I had a little bit of money to put down. All right, had just a tiny bit of equity in my trade-in, okay? And I just first started off by making some big payments on it. And then, you know, like I said, COVID kind of hit in, you know, it was February, and then COVID really kind of took over in March. And then I started getting worried, like, well, what if, you know, it slows down because I'm working at a car lot, you know? What if like people don't buy cars during this thing? So I thought, okay, rather than just keep on, every time I get money, putting it on the truck, I need to just save it. So what I did was just saved it to the side. Now, for whatever reason, the car market was insane during COVID. People were buying cars left and right. I don't know, you know, it was cool. We were busy the whole time, you know, it was crazy. And then in our state, in Tennessee, we didn't get shut down. Anything related to like cars and, you know, service and stuff like that, we were left open. So we sold a lot of cars during that time. Crazy, you know, crazy stuff, right? But so what I did was every time I'd get money, I just saved it, right? So I tried to just make sure, you know, I could save a little extra each time, and I saved and I saved and I saved and I saved. And then by about December, I had enough saved to pay it off. So that's what I did. So, you know, do I have any, you know, pro tips on how to save money? No, it's just, I tell you what I did though. I just kind of reevaluated some of the things I was spending money on, okay? And you know, like I didn't live like, you know, I wasn't eating like ramen noodles every night and just drinking water, but you know, I just thought, okay, do I need to go out and eat as much? Probably not. So I just thought, okay, I need to pay this car off, right? I just had a goal, you know, a very, you know, good picture of what I wanted. I wanted to be out of debt on this vehicle. So I just did everything I could to push towards that, all right? So a couple things I would offer you in advice: don't ever get in a hurry to buy a car, okay? You know, if you get in a hurry, you may pick something you don't really want, and that's gonna make you want to trade. And then, you know, if you get in a hurry to trade, or you trade too soon, you may end up upside down. If you're upside down, you know, you're just digging a hole for yourself that's much harder to pay yourself out of. Just like building up credit card debt, right? You're just digging a hole it's hard to get out of, okay? This is a lot of stuff a lot of people at dealerships won't ever tell you, because a lot of times dealerships don't care. You know, I'm really lucky to work at a family-owned dealership. They're really nice people, you know, and everybody there kind of has this mindset of, hey, we need to try to help people rather than just hurt people. And that's given us a lot of business just by, you know, being kind to people, trying to do the right thing, that sort of thing. So, you know, we always, if people ask us, well, am I doing good here trading? And they've kind of buried themselves from 2 or 3 trades. We're like, hey, you know, do what you want, but you've kind of dug a hole here. You might need to try to dig yourself out of it, right? But don't get in a hurry, right? Don't get in a hurry to buy a car, because you can make some mistakes, all right? And the only other thing I'd say is don't buy a car that's way above your means, right? Priority is really, you know, your home, right? Your family, you know, stuff like that. That should be priority, okay? Like, you know, you need to work on those things first. If you're like blowing like tons of money on cars, or buying a car that's like as much as your yearly income, that's just not smart, you know. That's not safe. You're putting yourself again in a kind of a dangerous situation, okay? The only thing I did when I bought this that I didn't really like, I wish I would have had enough money to pay it off when I bought it. Not that I just would have emptied out all my money, but at least I would have known, okay, if, you know, things go south, I've got enough paid off. I didn't, okay? But I did know that I could sell the truck and at least get back most of my money out of it, because Tacomas hold their value very well, okay? You know, every vehicle is not the same, but for whatever reason, man, Tacomas and 4Runners and stuff like that, they're just crazy. They hold their value. I don't know why exactly, but they do. They are good vehicles, you know. You see them with a lot of miles. This one's got, now I've put like 10,000 miles on this truck. I've got 60, and it still feels really good. I had a Silverado before this with 60, and it was starting to feel kind of worn out, right? So, you know, but again, you know, to each his own preference, you know, all that stuff. But don't get in a hurry to buy a car. Don't buy a car above your means. You know, take your time, pick something you like, and just remember this. I'll say this, right? Here's a third thing. You know, just remember that cars and stuff isn't what life is all about. Even though it's cool, I like this truck a lot. I think it's cool driving it. I feel like it's kind of me, you know, it suits me. I feel like it kind of looks like me, right? It's just, you know, it's a truck that I see it and it's like, hey, that's me, right? My wife, I showed it to her. She's like, I'd showed her a couple other trucks and she's kind of like, but this one, she's like, that looks like you know? And so, you know, but remember, just because a vehicle may suit you or you may like it, that's not you, right? So if you can't afford something, don't feel like you're less than something because you don't have it, okay? I've made that mistake a few times, and you know, you don't have to be that way, okay? Stuff is not what it's all about, okay? Life is not about stuff, all right? Life is about just, you know, living life, you know, enjoying life. It's precious, it's short, right? Spending time with your family, you know, stuff like that. That's what's important in life, okay? Not stuff, okay? So anyway, don't get in a hurry, you know, don't buy above your means. And remember, at the end of the day, the car you drive does not define who you are, right? But anyway, that was my financial plan. I just like, okay, I got to pay this thing off. So lived a little cheaper for a while, saved some money, got it paid off, and now I don't have any debt on this particular truck. So, you know, if you've had a similar story or situation, share it in the comments. Please don't say anything ugly or hateful. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe, guys. I need some subscribers. I want to get up there, okay? I don't know if I'll ever make any money off YouTube, but I would like to at least get a little bit bigger, you know, subscriber base, so I could do a few more things with it, because I kind of enjoy making these. It's kind of been fun, you know, making these videos. But if you like them, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Again, don't leave anything ugly on there, right? Don't cuss me out or say anything too mean. That's not cool, right? But you know, leave a comment. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, guys. I've got a few more things planned in the works, so see you later.